What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Blue Nose Brandon, and in this video I'm going to be talking about how you can go ahead and use AI to get at least 10 to 20 cash buyers for absolutely free. Now in this video I'm going to show you how to go ahead and do this with free resources, some that you may already have. And the dope thing about this is that I'm going to go ahead and walk you step by step. You see, what I'm starting to notice is the reason why most wholesalers, specifically beginners, are failing is because they're not going to get the cash buyers first. Many people, what they do is that they go ahead and they pull a list of ugly houses or maybe drive around for dollars, and they're going after the quote unquote deal. But in all reality, what you want to go ahead and do is you want to go ahead and get your market research done and then hit those cash buyers. So like I said, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how we use AI to generate at least 10 to 25 free cash buyers. As well, I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick bonus at the end, so make sure that you stay. And I promise that if you follow this directly, how I'm about to explain it to you, you will see the results. So let's get into the video. All right, guys. So the first step is you want to go ahead and make sure that you're using the AI wholesaler. Now, the AI wholesaler is actually a bot that I built for my student inside of Blue Notes University. So all my students do get access to this. If you do not have access to Blue Notes University or the AI wholesaler, you can use ChatGPT. Now, I do recommend that you go ahead and learn a little bit more about the best ways to use ChatGPT, because it is very broad and you do have to give it context. But if you're interested in joining the BNU, just go ahead and comment on my Instagram YT, the letters YT, or DM me YT, and I can definitely get you in there. But let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that you want to go ahead and do is you want to find out what the median sales price is in your market. Now, when we talk about market essentially just means your area, wherever it is that you're wanting to go ahead and start your real estate wholesaling or acquisition business. So since I'm in Orlando, Florida, I'm just going to go ahead and ask it exactly what is the median sales price. So I'm going to say, what is the median sales price of Orlando, Florida? And the good thing about AI is that a lot of times, even if you misspell things, it's definitely going to go ahead and understand what you're doing. Let me go ahead and send that off. Now, the reason why you want the median sales price is because your goal to get these free cash buyers is going to be very, very simple. What you're going to be doing is you're actually going to be baiting them in. So think about essentially more so a fisherman that's trying to go ahead and catch a big marlin or a grouper. You want to make sure that you know exactly what type of bait, obviously what area, and then you want to go ahead and throw that line out. So right now, we're basically surfacing the market to see exactly what is the median sales price in your market so that you can list this property on Facebook Marketplace for a little bit lower. So let me go ahead and show you exactly. So here you can see that Zillow has given us a median sales price of $384, as well as you can see Redfin is $433, $395. Actually giving us a little summary table, which is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take the median of 400,000, right? So I'm gonna do 400,000, and what I want to go ahead and do is I want to go ahead and find out as well, I guess you can say, what is the average or what is the most type of property that is sold in Orlando, Florida, based on square footage and bedrooms. Okay, so I'm gonna say, what is the most average property sold in Orlando, Florida, based on square feet and beds and bath? All right. Now, the goal with this is to essentially find out what is your avatar property, right? So going back to that bait, I want to know exactly what is it that most of the actual properties that are being sold on average, what does that actually do, right? So here we have 1,600 square feet, and typically we have saying here a 2-1, but more common recently is going to be 3-4, right? So anywhere between 3-2 and obviously, or a 4-2, right? And then the square footage is anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. All right. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to open up Facebook. Very, very simple. I'm going to go down here to Marketplace. All right. Now in Marketplace, you want to go ahead and click on create new listing. Now here's the cool thing, guys. There's two options that you can do. The first option is that you can go on Google and you can search ugly house in Orlando, Florida. Now, obviously, I want you to put your market, but what you're looking to do here is you want to find a picture of a property that is not listed on the market that looks like a property that is in your area. So for example, I really like this one. This one is honestly really what we're looking for. It looks like a property here in Orlando, Florida. Obviously, it looks to be beat up. The driveway doesn't look as clean. Paint is obviously not good. It looks like an older property, right? Essentially, what you can do is you can grab this picture and have AI, the AI wholesaler, go ahead, recreate this image for you. Or B, what you can do is you can just simply, if you have the AI wholesaler, you can just ask it, right? So I'm going to say, create me an image. Well, I'm going to say a realistic image. of a distressed property in Orlando, Florida. Make it seem as if it needs some work, but not abandoned, right? We don't want it to look like really bad, okay? So here's the actual game plan, y'all. What we're gonna be doing is that we're gonna be posting a fake marketplace listing. Now, your goal is to go ahead and entice cash buyers to make an offer on this listing. Now, the reason why they're gonna go ahead and do this is because A, you're giving them the perfect ideal property. Number one, you're gonna list it at 50 to 60% of that median sales price. Meaning, in Orlando, they said it was 400,000, so I'm gonna list this property for around 200,000. As well, the AI wholesaler said that most of the average is a 3.2 or a 4.2, so I'm gonna go ahead and list it as a 3.2 or 4.2. Square footage, it also said anywhere between 1,500 to 2,000, 1,600 being the sweet spot, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now, also, it's gonna be the verbiage that we're gonna put in the description and the area that's gonna go ahead and allow you to make sure that you entice these buyers with contacting you and making a cash offer. Now, once you go ahead and get all these DMs, right, from these people, what you're gonna go ahead and do is you're gonna use a Google Voice number. You're gonna tell them to text you on that Google Voice number. And the dope thing about that is that then you'll be able to tell them like, hey, listen, that property did go under contract, but I do get properties like this all the time, or at least often. Would you like for me to go ahead and send you some other deals that we do have? And at that point in time, you're gonna go ahead and obviously qualify them. So here you can see it's not taking a very long time to go ahead and do so, but AI is literally generating me a picture of an ugly property. Now, I'm hoping this property is something that I can use. Sometimes you may have to recreate it just based on your liking. But a dope thing about this is that at the end of the day, you literally can now use AI to, number one, help you, right, with the actual picture, which came out fantastic. And then B, you can obviously help it with exactly the verbiage you want to put and obviously median sales price and everything, right? So this is actually really nice. I like this picture, so I'm going to go ahead and download it, okay? So I'm going to click download and I'm going to click save, all right? Now I'm also going to say, can you create me pictures of the inside? Make sure it looks like someone lives there, but still not in the best condition. Right? Perfect. There you go. So with that being said, I'm also going to go ahead and generate some other pictures. Ads is going to go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and work on this actual listing. So now that we're on the Facebook listing, I want to go ahead and go to home for sale and rent. All right. Now, the dope thing, guys, is that we're also going to go ahead and create the description here in a second. I'm going to show you guys how we're doing all this live. So I'm going to click open. And as you can see right here, there should be a listing preview. All right. Now, property type, I want to go ahead and do house. So single family is what we're looking for. Okay. Number of bedrooms, I'm going to go ahead and do a 3.2. All right. Very, very simple. Price. So I know that 200,000 is around 50%. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it at 170. Let's just say 5,000, 175,000. And the reason why you don't want to do like 174,999 or 172 2.5 or whatever. You want this to look as if you're a homeowner that's in distress. Maybe you're going through pre-foreclosure, maybe you just got through probate, whatever it is. You do not want to sound salesy. You don't want to sound like you're an agent. You don't want to sound like any of that, right? So here, I'm going to go ahead. I already did my market research. So if you haven't done that, it's super, super important that you understand that you need to be in a market where there's a lot of high investor activity. So one of the greatest areas for me is going to be this zip code. So I'm going to go ahead and put this zip code here, 32808. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and click on that. All right. Now, property description. I'm going to go back into the AI wholesaler. All right. And I'm going to say, can you make me a description on a FB listing, right? So FB listing, Facebook listing that doesn't sound like a realtor or investor. It's a seller in need to sell fast, and the property images are the ones you created. All right. And then you can obviously always alter this. Now, it gave me one good picture, which is nice. As you can see, it actually looks really good. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to click create or send off and see exactly what it gives me, y'all. All right, perfect. So I like this, right? It says house for sale, needs a little love, price to go. Hey, everyone, I'm selling a house here in Orlando. Nothing fancy, but it's solid, has potential for someone who's handy or just wants a place that can fix it up. It's a 3-2, around 1,850 square feet. Quiet neighborhood, needs some TLC. Okay, cool. So what I like about this is that it basically followed exactly what I wanted. What I don't like about it is the emojis. So I do want to take away the emojis, and I want it to sound a little bit more desperate. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say, please make this shorter. Take away the emojis and sound a bit more desperate. As well, the details are 3-2, right? 1,500 square feet. So these are some tips and tricks, guys, that are literally gonna make your whole thing better. Okay, literally. So you want to make sure that you're taking these things into accountability. So here's the actual description: must sell ASAP, 3-2 house in Orlando, selling my 3-bedroom 2-bath house, 1,500 square feet in Orlando. It's livable but definitely needs some work inside and out, not abandoned, just in great shape. I really need to get this off my hands quickly due to personal stuff, open to cash or quick close buyers, not looking to list it, just need it gone. Message me if you're serious. This is honestly great. Now the reason why I love this one is because of the fact that it sounds like somebody that's in need to get it off, gone, is writing it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of these little things off, right, that the AI wholesaler put in there. I'm gonna take this off as well. I don't really want a title. I want it to just sound like somebody just put it up. And I'm gonna take off this hyphen as well. Message me if you're serious. And then here's where you go ahead and put your Google Voice number. Okay, so property square foot, I'm gonna put 1,500. Laundry type, I'm gonna go ahead and put in-unit laundry. Parking type, I'm gonna put garage parking. Air conditioning, central. Heating type, central. And you want to go ahead and make this to whatever it is that your market, adheres to, right? So whatever it is that's going on in your market, that's how you want to go ahead and do it. I'm gonna go ahead and download the other picture as well, just so it can give them like a better perspective. Okay, I'm gonna download that picture. I'm gonna upload that picture as well. All right, and if you want to upload more pictures, you can, but sometimes it'll work with just one picture. Okay, especially if you got it priced right. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go a little bit lower because of the area, because I know this area specifically. So I'm gonna go ahead and put 125,000. I want to make this a good deal. Okay, a great deal actually. All right, so I'm gonna click let me see, house for sale, all good. Next. All right, looking good. All right, so at this point in time, I'm not going to go ahead and actually do it, but you can see the preview here is very, very simple. $125,000. Oh, sorry. So it's actually for sale. All right, so you want to make sure you do that. So at that point in time, that's when you're going to go ahead and list the actual property. Okay, now once you list it, you're going to get a whole bunch of DMs, guys. All right, now here's some other tips and tricks that I want to go ahead and give you that is super, super, super important. Okay, all right, guys, so now that you've actually posted your fake or your ghost Facebook listing, you're gonna start getting some traction, specifically if you've done it the right way. Now you're gonna get a couple of different types of cash buyers. Now remember, your goal is to pre-qualify these people. So the first kind of people that you may get are gonna be tire kickers. These are people that essentially do not know much about real estate. They maybe are trying to get into the fix and flip business, but they really do not know what they're doing. Number two are gonna be other wholesalers. These people are just gonna be exactly what you're doing. They're trying to find deals online so they can go ahead and sell to their cash buyers and make a quick $5,000 to $10,000. And then last but not least is going to be true cash buyers. Now, the way that you go ahead and pre-qualify these people is just by simply asking them questions. So remember, use a Google Voice number. Make sure that when they DM you, you want to let them go ahead and say, hey, give me a shout, text me, call me, whatever the case may be. They're going to call that Google Voice number and your personal number is going to ring. If you want to go ahead and take it on the phone, 100% you can do so. If you want to go ahead and start through text, you can start through text. Now, here's some of the questions that I like to go ahead and ask. Number one is you want to ask what are the actual zip codes that they're currently purchasing. This is super, super important because of the fact that you want to make sure that you're in the right areas and you're not wasting time. Number two, you want to ask how much is their buying power or what is their capacity, right, on their purchase price. So typical, a lot of the times they'll tell you, hey, send me properties under this, or this is what I can pay at the most. So you want to know that. Number three, you want to make sure that you also understand what is going to be their gross ROI. Gross ROI means return on investment. What is the average percent that they're looking to make on their flips so that when you get a deal under contract, you know it's a good deal and boom, you have a buyer ready to go. So these are some of the tips and tricks and the questions that I actually use to go ahead and pre-qualify them. At that point in time, you want to save their number, get their email, let them know that you're going to go ahead and send them more deals, obviously once you start getting them. Now, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Comment down below if you had any quick takeaways, if you want me to cover something else. And as well, make sure that you follow me on Instagram. Like I said earlier, if you want to go ahead and join the best community when it comes down to real estate investing, specifically using AI, go ahead and hit me up on Instagram, DM me the word YT, and I'm going to go ahead and send you a link so that you can go ahead and join. And I'll catch you on the next one. Let's get it.